Mark here. This is my Altus 165112, I believe from the 1950s. So this has a 32 millimeter stainless steel case with an acrylic crystal. As you can see, it's got black dial, gold Delphine hands, and gold markers. And this has a lug to lug of 39.7. The lug width is 17 millimeters, and the thickness on this watch is 11 millimeters. And I'll show you the back real quick. Yeah, one of the things also before I get to the back is it is marked waterproof, Inca block, and 17 joules. The Inca block to me, well, 17 joules on the dial and Inca block, well, any of that stuff would usually indicate to me that it's a pretty cheap watch. And usually if it says unbreakable mainspring, that's usually kind of an indication that it's going to be a pin lever movement. But you know, I look at that and I think, I don't know what's going to be on the inside of this. But now let's go to the back, and before I go explaining what's on the inside and take the back off. So you can just see it says Altus, and then it's got the serial number. I'm not sure which one was which, but I used the 165112 as the model number. The model number, that could be the serial. It doesn't really matter. I don't think this is a special watch. It did, I think, at one time have some sort of relationship with glycine. Altus did. It's all too confusing. Anyway, it's probably not confusing about people who are familiar with Altus or glycine, but I'm not going to go too much into detail on that because it doesn't really matter to me, and probably not to most of the people who are going to watch this. Well, I could be completely wrong on that. So anyway, I loosened up the back. It does have a screw down back, and it does have this little cover, which is usually for helping with anti-magnetism. So there it is right there. This is an F.H.F 465 movement with 17 joules, running at 18,000 BPH. You can see it's not an uncommon movement, but not as uncommon as a lot of the A-Schulds and Ettas that I find. But you can see it's somewhat attractive movement. It does what it's supposed to do, and it functions well, and it's running on time and in beat, so you can't complain about that. And that's what a watch is for. So let me put this back together. I don't think there's really anything on the inside of the case back. So on the wrist, this is my Altus 165112, 32 millimeters, 39.7 millimeter lug to lug, and it is the 11 millimeters thick. So that is how this watch, I mean, I think it fits fine. It's 39.7 lug to lug is pretty good. 32 millimeters fits fine on my 6.5 inch wrist. I've been looking at so many of these things, you know, lately, doing them day by day by day by day by day, going 30 millimeters, 32 millimeters, 34 millimeters, 35 millimeters, all these other things, and all this stuff is starting to, you know, usually I just throw a watch on, and that's kind of it. But now I'm looking at all these different things, trying to figure out how I actually like it on my wrist, and you know, it's kind of a different thinking for me now. But yeah, 32 millimeters works, 35 millimeters works, 39 millimeters works. If it's a sports watch, you know, 40 millimeters will work. So anyway, it really just depends on the watch. I do like this black dial with the gold markers, the gold hands. I think that works out, stainless steel. Anyway, so that's my Altus. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.